Garrett Clark and Micah Morris. We have some news that involves both these guys, which is the first time in a while this has happened. So I'm very excited to chat about both of these fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. YouTube Golf News is my name, and the YouTube Golf game, well, that's my game. So hit that subscribe button if you enjoy daily, near daily, 3 times a week right now. I think is a nice flow YouTube golf content. Also, before we get into it, good. Their Southwest drop is now live, which includes everything I'm wearing right here. One of my favorite polos that they've sent me recently, and I absolutely love this fresh quarter zip worn in Arizona. It's beautiful. And then who doesn't love a baby blue springtime hat? There's lots of awesome stuff on their site, including a couple pieces you guys have been asking me about, so be sure to check it out. As always, they're linked down below. Longtime supporter of the channel is Good Apparel. Let's get into the news today. So many things I want to cover. Number one, let's stick with Good because we were just talking about Good, and that just sounds good to me. Good has released the T-Box Handicap Challenge video. Whew, mouthful. So if you have been living under a rock, Good released one of the most, in my opinion, original pieces of YouTube, especially challenge-based golf content that's been out in the space in a long time. We've seen the comments. I've been saying it myself on this channel. YouTube golf, not just Good, but all YouTube golf is sort of repetitive right now. There's a lot of repetition. There's a lot of people making content. It feels maybe a little oversaturated on some level. It's just, you know, when you have literally like days where there's 6 or 7 2v2 matches coming out that are all an hour long, you're kind of just like, at some point it just all starts to blend together a little bit. And really today's video we're talking about a lot of really cool, unique things, and one of those things is Good, the Mac Daddy, the one who needs to lead this innovation, and thankfully came out with an absolute original banger piece of content in my opinion, which is your clubs are your handicap. This was a video they released like 12 days ago. It's got like 1.1 or 1.2 million views right now. No collaboration video, non-major, like very cool to see how this video is performing. And you know, it did great, but it did great because it had such a high level of originality. It clearly reached outside of their core audience and attracted a lot of people who maybe aren't as into the typical challenge-based stuff, even though that is a challenge, but you know, the whatever. This had something really unique and very interesting. And I mean, Good has always been for a very long time leading kind of that innovation front in terms of content, things like that. Like they've always had kind of that edge in innovation with content, and that is very needed right now. So good for them. They updated that and they did it again from a T-Box variation. I watched that video this morning. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below, but regardless, I want to see channels innovating. I want to see channels taking risks and trying new things. And even if it doesn't work out, I would rather see something different we haven't seen than just the same stuff over and over again. And again, this is not just to Good. This is to all channels. Like this, the amount of just 2v2 matches, like my brain just can't handle any more 2v2 matches. So let's see these different things, and Good is always at the forefront of adding innovation. And I'm very excited to see what they do next on top of all of these live events, which are also very exciting. All right, speaking of big YouTube groups, another video I wanted to touch on, Bob the Sports had Min Woo Lee on the channel. Now, I'm not gonna lie, absolutely love Bob the Sports to death. I really thought this was going to be a full like Max Homa Min Woo Lee video. A little disappointed when I was only like 2 holes at the end or 3 holes at the end with Min Woo Lee. Not Bob the Sports' fault at all. I totally get it. They're probably at some Callaway event, judging by everyone else that was there, or some Callaway thing. But let me just say this, because this is not Bob the Sports' fault. This to me is a Callaway thing, maybe, or whoever is the powers that be. Don't give these YouTube guys Bob the Sports and Good and Grant. They're past getting 3 holes with a pro. If you can't give them 18 holes, just don't do it. Like in my opinion, like the 3-hole thing would be for like, I don't know, some up and coming like smaller YouTubers. This is no shade against, you know, maybe a Busted Jack, but like they're still on the come up, right? They're still like, they're big, but they're not Grant big or Bob the Sports or Good big. I love them, but they're not that big. You know, they're still kind of just dipping their toe in the water with pro collab. So a 3-hole collaboration, I'm just using this as an example. Holy crap, get out of my comment section. I'm not hating on them. It's just an example. A 3-hole, 4-hole, whatever with a pro, that makes sense for like a Busted Jack. But for Bob the Sports, like if a pro's coming, like it's gotta be at least 9 holes, if not 18 holes. because that's what we want to see. We want to see that, especially with Bob Does Sports, the characters develop and whatever. And again, this isn't Bob Does Sports' fault. If I was Bob Does Sports and you had an opportunity to get any juice, to squeeze any juice out of that Minwoo Lee lemon, of course you're going to do it. And I don't fault them at all for taking it. I fault the powers that be for not being like, this should be an 18-hole video and we're going to give it to them, which I think is probably, again, you know, whatever. They're just taking advantage of the fact they were at a Callaway shoot. But maybe this is just not so much a complaint against that video, because that video is what it is. It's a petition to let Bob Does Sports do their 3-man scramble with any pro they want ever. Because that is, honestly, Bob Does Sports' 3-man scrambles against pros. I mean, I'm a foreplay guy. I'm a foreplay guy. I love foreplay. But I honestly think sometimes the Bob Does Sports 3-man scrambles might just, they might just edge out the foreplay ones right now. It's just, I'm a foreplay guy. I love foreplay. The foreplay Max Homa one is so epic, but the foreplay Bob Does Sports, or the Max Homa Bob Does Sports one, I mean, you can't tell me that's not one of the greatest YouTube videos of all time. The original one, even the rematch. There's just something about those guys. So anyway, let's just put that petition out there, that whenever Bob Does Sports wants to play with a pro, they get it. So they get 18 holes. That's the thing. I'm in Bob Does Sports' corner here. I want to see that. Nevertheless, it's cool. Minwoo Lee is like such an interesting case study. Like, the guy is just so popular right now. And I mean, I don't know, he's good, but he's just very popular. So it's interesting to see him so popular. I think the Callaway thing, the young, the posting on social media thing. But anyways, speaking of videos I'm liking, Micah Morris back in action. I was giving this guy a ton of flowers a couple videos ago, talking about the fact that he's producing content that just feels more Micah Morris-y. It feels more like on brand for him. It's different, which is so refreshing right now. Like I said at the beginning of this video, he's not just posting 2v2 matches. If he does post like match style content, it's with that group that let's call it the older good, I guess. I don't know. The group of 6. That's great. But the majority of his content right now is these different individual videos that are more chill, letting more of his personality show through. And again, you go look at the comments on this recent video he uploaded, his 2024 yardages. It's all like, Micah's back. We love this. Micah's personality. Micah's chill. We love this. Micah. Like, it's just a Micah Glaze show in the comments, which is so long time coming. The guy deserves it. Like, I think the dude just he's not, you know, him and I have very different gifts. He can hit a golf ball 4,000 yards, and I can sit here and I can talk for 20 minutes, and it can kind of make sense. Mike is not much of a talker. I think when he started going on podcasts, he talked himself into a hole, and he didn't really say what he meant. People made all these assumptions, and then he got all this hate that he didn't really deserve. So it's nice to see people coming back around on Micah, because I know him. I don't say I know him personally, but I've had enough hour-plus long phone calls and Zoom calls and interviews with the guy. Met him in real life once. He's a good dude. I like Micah a lot. So it's cool to see him doing something that seems to be lighting him up, and in turn is lighting us up. I'm thoroughly enjoying watching all of his videos. His 2024 yardage, no exception. Go check it out. All right, the last YouTube golf double wrister of the day goes to my boy, Garrett Clark. Listen, Garrett and Micah, we're talking about them in a video together again for something positive. It's very exciting. They're back. Garrett's back. Micah's back. I love it. These guys are absolutely killing it. Garrett is doing something that I'm so happy about. The best Garrett GM golf content, in my opinion, of all time, big statement, of all time, was his California trip with Grant, where they drove down the coast and it was like half vlog, road trippy, whatever. That, I don't even think, I think 75% of people would agree with me. I think that was the best GM golf content ever. What Garrett has just filmed and is now putting out is a new rendition of that, and I am loving it. I'm loving it. The dude took like a month off filming. He talked about it. I think he was maybe a little bit, you know, not really sure what direction to go with the content. I personally, I'll say this right now, I personally think GM golf is best when he's just playing golf. Like when his channel is just playing like semi-serious golf. Like I don't care if he's shooting, you know, 82 or 62, but I like seeing him just kind of like being more chill and more relaxed and more himself and playing golf, especially when he has good golfers on the channel, like the 1v1 D1 matches. But Brad is just peanut butter and jelly with this guy. Like there's something about Garrett playing with like a really good chill golfer, Grant before, now Brad, that just, I don't know, it just makes the channel perfect. Like these videos are perfect. You have like just enough like levity and comedic relief and whatever from Garrett. Right now, maybe a little bit of relatability. He's going through a swing change. A lot of people can relate to that. But you also have the entertainment of, I mean, Brad shot a 4 under front 9 at Pebble in the first part of their video. Like that, it's just, it's a peanut butter and it's jelly, it's a ham and it's cheese, it's an egg and it's a ketchup. Ketchup. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm loving the video. Spanish Bay just came out, part 1 yesterday. I'm literally just like auto clicking on these right now, which is, it's cool. And the best part to me is that they're like 26 minutes long. They're not like an hour plus. And they're just the guys playing golf. A little bit of vlog content, but like simple, not over edited. Like I would honestly say they could even be slowed down a little bit more. Like I just want to see them just play golf. Just nice golf course, little banter, hit the golf shot, nice and relaxed. That's what I want to see. So anyways, Eric Clark, seeing him back in the mix, seeing him put out content, like this dude is the biggest individual channel by subscribers for a reason. He's been doing this for, well, that's not true. Rick Shields is the biggest individual. You know what I mean? Rick Shields is never in, when I'm saying all this, Rick Shields is up here. So anyway, the biggest individual non-Rick Shields channel by subscribers, he's there for a reason, you know? And Grant is obviously an absolute force to be reckoned with in the view count and in the growth department right now. But if Garrett really wanted to, I mean, obviously he puts a lot of his time and effort into Good. He has to, and that's, I think, a huge focus, if not the focus. But, you know, if Garrett ever wanted to try to like match Grant's output and whatever, he definitely could. I mean, Ryder is arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, videographers there are in YouTube golf. And so anyway, that's all. That's the Glaze Fest. Both these guys, I absolutely love them. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next one.